oh my God, Matt, what are you doing in town? Gave me a hug. And when they gave me a hug, I'm like this. Everybody that gives me a hug here, everybody that tries to touch me, I'm backing. Even my stepmom, my sisters, my brother-in-law, their kids. I am very nervous. I am like really nervous here. It's like, I'm like, you know, in China, if there was 2 cases in 100 square miles, this whole place would be masked up and locked down. That's totally crazy. But here, it's like there's just virus. They're just living with the virus. And so this episode is going to be about the interaction I had with my friend and how our ideologies are completely different in many ways. We are on opposite sides of a spectrum. I am just coming from China, so I am really programmed with not even just China, it's Asia in general. They're all taking this way, way more seriously than this country is. So I met my friend, and instantly they were like, oh, yeah. Hey, Matt. Oh, wow, I was so surprised to see you. I said, yeah. And we got talking. I was like, this is crazy around here. She gave me a hug, and I was like, and instantly I said, are you vaccinated? And they said, no, I don't believe that. No, I'm not vaccinated. If that interaction were to have happened in China, and there were the number of cases that are here in America, it would have been not even a handshake. It would have been like a fist bump, and then spray the fist bump, and, you know, masks to a stranger that you haven't seen in a long time that are unvaccinated in an area with a lot of virus going around. Now, you've seen my videos in China, and there's not a lot of you know, masks and interactions there because there's no virus. There's so many controls in place that if there is virus in that area, if there was like 4 cases in the area of Ningbo, I wouldn't be meeting friends I haven't seen in a while. And if I was, they certainly wouldn't be giving each other hugs if we were unvaccinated and unmasked. And the interaction I had with my old friend was very interesting. So we got to talking. They have been hurt very much by the pandemic. Now, this person owns a business. The business has been hurt very much by the unemployment, by the lack of customers. A litany of snowball effects of this pandemic have hit this person very hard. And they're not like superhero business people owning like these like huge conglomerate. They're a small business owner in America. They're like living the American dream. And this pandemic for them has been a real unfortunate pain in the ass. And, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, it's been a pain in the ass for a lot of people. So we were talking about the pandemic, and then I learned how much of an effect it's had on their personal lives and their business and their families, and in conjunction, because the business is what provides for their families. And their idea is that the vaccine here is not FDA approved, and so they're not going to take anything that's not FDA approved. So, you know, they were talking about how their perception of China is that the Chinese government rules out of fear, and that it's an authoritative, you know, you have no freedom. Whereas I see it as the freedom that you have is based on the freedom of not knowing that the virus is not there and there's no worry. But it didn't seem like they were worried as well. They're like, we don't worry. I think everything's being blown out of proportion. But then I said, well, there's 600,000 people that are dead here that aren't equally dead in China. And China's 3 times the population. So this friend, is resentful of the way the virus has impacted their business, doesn't want to take the vaccine. They've been, you know, hurt by this virus. They believe it's political and it's not as big a deal as it's been promoted. I don't know how. I was trying to impart on her what the rest of the world feels. I said, you are the exception to the rule. You are a crazy thinker. You're really crazy, according to the rest of the civilized world, not just China. You know, a lot of countries that are taking the virus very seriously, they see you as the reason this thing isn't wrapped up tighter than it is right now. And I'm like, I'm telling you from a very, friendly perspective, this is a very interesting thing for me to be able to talk to you. And we were having a very, very cordial conversation. I wasn't accusing them, but I was informing the way that the world perceives this group of Americans, the ones that are resistant to the controls. I don't want to hate my friend, and I don't want my friend to hate me. I want to understand, because if we can't understand each other, then we're never going to get through this. We're all humans in this.